Hello friends, this is Sakshi Gupta. In today's lecture, we are going to study about XS3 code to BCD converter. We'll be also saying what is XS3 code, what is BCD code, how do you convert XS3 code into a BCD code with the help of truth table and with the help of key maps, and finally, we'll be implementing the logic diagram for the same. So let's begin with the video. Okay, so what is XS3 code? Basically, whenever you add 3 to any number, that gives you XS3 code of that number. Taking an example, when you add 3 to 3, that gives you 6. So the XS3 code for 3 is 6. Here in the chart, we have to write the XS3 code of all the decimal number ranging from 0 to 9. So what we will be doing is simply adding 3 to these decimal numbers and converting the result into the binary equivalent. So let's begin. For 0, 0 plus 3 gives me 3. So it would be 0, 0, 1, 1. This is the binary equivalent of 3. Then 0, 1, double 0 for 1. For 2, it would be 0, 1, 0, 1. For 3, it would be 0, double 1, 0. For 4, 0, triple 1. For 5, 1 triple 0, then for 6 1 double 0 1, then for 7 it's 1 0 1 0, that is 10, then for 8 is 1 0 double 1, and for 9 it is 1 1 double 0. So we simply added 3 to it and the result has been converted to the binary equivalent. Let's now move to the BCD code. So what is BCD code? The full form of BCD code is binary coded decimal. In BCD code, we represent each digit as 4-bit code. So the BCD code from 0 to 9 is equivalent to my binary code since these are 1-digit numbers. After 9, we get 2-digit numbers. So we represent each digit separately into a 4-bit code. Taking an example for 12, the binary equivalent of 12 is 1100. And when we write the BCD code for 12, 1 and 2 are represented separately. So for 1 it would be 0001 and for 2 it would be 0010. So this entire code is my BCD code for 12. So as I said, from 0 to 9 the BCD code and the binary codes are equal. So just fill this truth table. So for 0 it would be 0000. For 1 it would be 0001. For 2 0010. For 3 0011. For 4 0100. 0110 for 5. Then 0110 for 6. For 7 0111. Then this is for 8. And this is for 9. Okay. So now let's move to the K-maps. So this is what we have seen, the XS3 code and the equivalent BCD code for the numbers ranging from 0 to 9. So first, let's draw the K-map for the output B3. So what are we supposed to do is look at the column of B3. So wherever there are zeros and wherever there is 1, look at the corresponding XS3 code and fill this K-maps with zeros and 1s. So we see the 8 and 9th decimal number, that is the XS3 code for 8 and 9, those are 1s. So we fill here 1 1, and wherever there are zeros we fill zeros here. Okay, so the numbers which are left, the cells which are left, we fill that cells with a cross mark. Those are our don't care condition. It means no matter there it is 1 or 0, the output will not be affected by it. So this completes our K-map. Now we move forward with the groupings. So we see there here a grouping of 4 is possible, and here the grouping of 2 is possible. Okay, now we write down the final output for B3. So for this blue grouping, we see vertically E1, E0 is common and horizontally only E3 is common. So we write E3, E1, E0. And for this purple grouping, we see nothing is common vertically and horizontally E3 and E2 is common. So this completes our K-map for B3. Now we'll move forward with the K-map of B2. Okay, so for B2, look at the column in B2 and see where there are ones. So we see the XS3 code for 4, 5, 6, 7 are 1. So we fill the places with ones, those cells with ones. So these are my cells with ones and these are my cells with zeros. And again the cells which are remaining, we fill those cells with a cross mark, that is our don't care condition. Now moving forward with the groupings, we see that this group of 2 is possible. Then again this group of 4 is possible. And finally we see this group of 4 is possible. So while considering this pink group, we see that vertically E1 and E0 is possible. So we write here E1, E0, and horizontally when we see E2 is common for both of them. And when we look for these yellow groupings, we see that horizontally E2 bar is common. Since it's 0, we represent 0 as complement. And vertically when we see E1 bar is common. Then we are left with the final grouping, that is a blue grouping. So we see that is E2 bar, E0 bar. So this is our K-map for B2. Now moving forward with the K-map of B1. Okay, so this is my, for K-map, we can see that the XS3 code for 2, 3, 6 and 7, those are ones. So we put the corresponding, in the corresponding cells, we put their 1. So these are my places with ones and these are my places with zeros. And again, the remaining cells are to be put as a cross mark. Those are my don't care condition. Then we again do the grouping. So this group of 4 is possible. And then this group of 4 is possible. Okay. So in this grouping, we see that nothing is common horizontally, but vertically for the blue box, it's 0, 1. That is E1 bar E0. And for this orange grouping, it's 1, 0. That is E1 E0 bar. This is nothing but E1 XOR with E0. Okay. So this is a final output for B1. Then we again move with, we are finally left with drawing the K-map for B0. So let's make the K-map for B0. Okay. So in B0, we see that the XS3 code for 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, those are filled with ones. So we make there, these are the places to be filled with ones. And these are the places to be filled with zeros. And the remaining places as a don't care condition. Then we again do the groupings. So we see that this group and this group of 8 is possible. So we see in this group of 8, nothing is possible horizontally. When we look vertically, this is 0, 1 and this is 1, 0. So in this, The second 0 is common, so that is E0 bar. So we finally conclude the output for B0. Now we make the final logic diagram. So these are the outputs which we got for all these B3, B2, B1, B0. So for B3, it is E2, E3. So we take the inputs and then we connect it with the AND gate. Then E1, E0 and E3. So these are our three input AND gate and we connect them with the OR gate so that we get the desired output as B3. Then for B2, it's E1 bar, E0, E2 bar. We connect it with the AND gate. Then it's E2 bar. So this is our E2 bar and E0 bar. Look at the outputs and then connect correspond accordingly. And finally, we get E0, E1, E2. So this is our E2, this is our E1, and this is our E0. So this is three input AND gate. We connect all of them with the OR gate to get the desired output as B2. Now for B1, it's E1 XOR with E0. So we use a XOR gate. This is our B1. And finally, we get E0 bar. So this is our B0. So here we complete our logic diagram. So I'll conclude this as okay. So this is the conclusion of all what we have learned. The XS3 to BCD converter. First we have drawn the truth table, K-maps, and finally the logic diagram. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you understood the concept, then please do like this video. Thank you very much.